Hello, Laila. Thank you for joining SBUB Group Limited, UK Education and Consultancy. And basically, please take us through to what UE offers to our students. It's all yours. Platform is yours, please.
Yeah, of course. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to talk a little bit about UE Germany today. I'm very happy to be able to address many students, hopefully. Yes, my name is Laila Irfan, and I'm the Senior Business Development Manager at UE, University of Applied Sciences Europe. And we are a private institution and have 3 campuses in Germany. One is in Berlin, one in Hamburg, and one in Iserlohn. And we offer bachelor and master programs in 3 different faculties. One is business and management studies, the other is sports and media, and then art and design. And we also offer the foundation year for students who want to study at government universities.
That's good. That's good. As you mentioned, you have foundation, you have UG, and then you have pre-masters, and then you have
Yes.
masters. If you the first question the students ask or we'd like to know is entry requirements, and
Yeah.
is there any age bar?
No, so we don't have an age limit, and we also accept students who have a gap, so they just need to submit a CV and let us know what they did in between, because sometimes students have a little bit of work experience as well in between. That is absolutely fine with us, and usually not a problem with the embassies either. And in regards to entry requirements, so we offer German and English taught programs. I will focus on the English taught programs today. And they need an IELTS for undergraduate students of 5.5 and postgraduate students of 6.0. Nonetheless, if they can show us a letter from their university or from their school, medium of instruction, MOI, that they have studied in English and that they are at a B2 level, we accept that as well. Also, because of the current situation, it was very difficult for some students to take an IELTS or a TOEFL, so we do accept Duolingo at the moment too. And then obviously we need statement of purpose, scan of passport, a CV, and all the general documents, application form, etc. And for our undergraduate students, they get direct entry to our bachelor program. So after year 12, we can accept them directly. They do not need to take the foundation year, which is needed for government universities, which is a big advantage because they save a lot of time and they get direct entry. So any student who is eligible to study in their own country can study with us as well.
Okay, that sounds great. And they always have a question like, do they really need to know some bit of German? Is it really important, or is the advantage?
It is an advantage. So when they study, when they start, and when they travel to Germany, they don't need German because everything is taught in English. And Hamburg and Berlin especially are 2 very international cities. I mean, Hamburg is the 2nd largest city in Germany, so they do get around with English. We also have many international students who secure part-time job and they don't speak very well German. Nonetheless, I recommend students to just already start in their home country a little bit. And then there are a lot of community colleges in Germany, and each city has several of them, and they offer really good part-time German courses for all students as well, for everyone from foreign countries basically. So I always recommend students to take some of those courses. We do offer free German classes. Usually students can take part in the 2nd semester because in the 1st semester we want them to get used to the environment, to the university, but it's very basic. So I always recommend students to start earlier.
Yeah, that's good. That's great. And also with the student support, this is something very basic, but still, parents definitely like to know
Yeah.
that what kind of support you do right from the airport to, then also that involves accommodation.
Mhm.
If you can briefly mention that,
Yes, of
please.
course. So we do offer an airport pickup if a student wants that. Nonetheless, in Germany, it's very easy to get around. So all the airports are very well reachable, even by bus, by train. Everything is still shown in English as well. So most of our students, to be honest, they manage themselves because it's not very difficult. Also, taxis or Uber works in Germany, so they usually manage. But we do offer airport pickup if they want to. And with accommodation, we help finding them accommodation. In Hamburg and Berlin, our campuses are right in the city center, so we don't have student accommodation, but we help them getting places, usually in shared apartments where other students live as well. And in Iserlohn, which is more in central West Germany, it's a bit smaller, that city. We do have on-campus accommodation, and if there's something available or not depends on the number of students, but then we can offer this to our students as well.
Okay, that's good. Thank you. And what about the pre-masters? What is the eligibility or the
Yeah.
entry requirement for that? And then we can talk about masters too, please.
So we do have masters in business and management studies and art and design, and the students need a certain knowledge in order to be able to take part in those masters. So if they have studied history, for example, in the undergraduate, and then they want to do a master's in corporate management or an MBA, they will need to do a pre-masters unless they have very relevant work experience in a managerial position for around 1 year. Then we can waive off the pre-masters. Nonetheless, otherwise they can do a pre-masters, they will get 30 credits, and obviously the knowledge they need in order to be able to study the masters with us.
Okay, that's good. Thank you. And masters, you have the same areas which you cover in the undergraduate, or you have anything different, or anything which is coming up in the future, which we can keep an eye for certain courses
Yeah.
you're planning or you planning to launch?
Yes, so our most popular masters at the moment is the Masters in Corporate Management. We have two different ones available. One is for 1 year and one for 2 years. And this depends on the duration of the bachelor program of the student, or if they have work experience, etc., and on their credits, which one we can offer. And then we have finance management and international sports and event management. Very soon we're going to launch our MBA. So the MBA will be offered from March onwards. I'm
That's
just
great.
waiting for final information, so I know a little bit more about that program too and which specializations we have. So it is the accreditation process is almost done, and then we can yeah, we can let you a little bit more about it.
That's
And then
great.
also we have a master's in photography, in media spaces, visual and experience design, and innovation design management. So those are the more creative masters that we have.
Thank you, Nella. And also, like the million-dollar question, like, well, every students like to know, parents like to know, okay, with the announcement of work permit in the UK, and also what's the future like?
Hmm.
How easy to get relevant jobs, and
Yeah.
also while studying, are they allowed? How many hours of work they are allowed, and how much university supports or guide?
Hmm. Yes, so Germany is very student friendly. So all international students can work part-time, 120 full days or 240 half days. This is an equivalent to around 20 hours per week. And usually part-time jobs, they earn between 8, 9 to 13, 14 euros per hour. So that's actually not bad either for part-time jobs. If the student already has experience, so sometimes we have students who secure a job in marketing or in sales because they already have experience and they worked. Nonetheless, most students work in the hospitality sector, tourism sector. And throughout their studies, our bachelor students, they will have to do mandatory internships. They also get credit points for that. We help to find those internships for the students. They have to apply themselves, but we have so many company collaborations. So all our students always have great internships. Also, we help them to find a working student contract if they're interested in that. That means usually they are within a company, they earn a little bit of money. It's around 6 months. Some students write their bachelor thesis, their master thesis with those companies. We regularly have companies coming to campus, or we visit companies. We have international excursions, national excursions, where they can just start to network already. And also we are one of the top 10 private business institutions in Germany. And more than 90% of our graduates already find a job related to their field within 1 year of graduation. And this is very important because if students want to extend their post-study work visa, which is 1.5 years, so every student who graduates in Germany can stay for 18 months. And if they then want another work permit, they need to find a job related to their field.
Okay,
And
that's good. That sounds, yeah.
70% of our master students already secure a job while they study. And all our professors are from the field. All our programs are very industry relevant, and it's a mix of the theoretical and the practical part.
That's good. And also about the work permit. Once they
Mhm.
complete the master's or undergraduate or master, so how does it work? How many years allowed?
Yeah, so they can stay back for 1.5 years, and they can do any kind of job they like in any field, because those 1.5 years are there for them to find a job that is related to their field. And once they find this, they can then change it to a work permit. And in Germany, it's not that difficult. You don't even need a full-time job if your salary is decent enough. So if it's a 30 hours per week job and you can you need to pay into the pension fund, you need to have your mandatory health insurance, you need to have an adequate place to live, but students have that anyway, usually,
Okay.
already before, so it's not that difficult.
Okay. And another important point is scholarship
Yeah.
and the eligibility. I'm sure not every person can or a student can get the scholarship. So if you can please tell us the criteria.
Mhm. So we have different types of scholarships available. One depends on the timing of the student application. So sometimes we offer 10% to 20% off the first year of tuition fee. And then once they are on campus, from the second semester onwards, they can apply for our academic scholarships. For example, we have one for women in leadership, we have one for sports and event management, or an excellence scholarship if they have really good grades. So there they can apply during their studies. And also there are certain government scholarships available, and students can apply for those additionally.
Okay, that's good. Okay, I think we have almost covered all the areas,
Mhm.
and if we have anything else, definitely we'll email you, or we can have another webinar in that
Yes,
area. Okay, thank you, Lydia. Thank you for your time, and it's really informative. And hopefully we'll get some good numbers for you guys. Okay,
absolutely. That would be
thank you,
great. Thank you very much for your time as
thank
well.
you,
Thank you everyone for listening.
thank you. Bye.